Hey everyone, welcome to day 2 of our challenge group training. I'm sitting here in Lake Tahoe still. There's a huge lightning and thunderstorm outside, so we ran inside and I thought no better time to get some work done. So, yesterday you guys got to learn a lot about challenge groups. I hope you loved that call and all that training. Challenge groups can be really intimidating at first. I remember feeling the same way, like who's gonna want to be in a challenge group, and how am I gonna like support them, or why would that help them? But let me tell you guys, it truly, truly helps people. Um, you being confident in that shows so much to them. So more than you can speak in facts, just sharing stories about other people in challenge groups, your coaches' challenge groups, the people that you've seen helped, all that stuff is stories for you to share. We're all friends, you know. Talk about my friend did this and my friend did that, and share that kind of stuff. Challenge groups keep people going. So, yeah, people can go on eBay or Amazon and buy, P90X without Shakeology, without the meal plan, without the schedule, and without a coach, right? And so that doesn't even bother me. Like, people get so upset by that, but that doesn't even bother me because I know that I'm selling them me. I'm selling a spot in my challenge group, and that's something that they can't get anywhere else. So that's what's so important about putting yourself out there, sharing your stories, sharing your flaws, and then sharing the things that you've overcome. Everybody, you don't want to be a victim, but you want to share that we all struggle, we all have hard times, and then how you've overcome it. And in challenge groups, we can really love on people and give the people support that they need um, to push them through. So, when you start building that relationship with somebody, you should know exactly kind of what things that they've been through in their life and what's holding them back, what keeps them from reaching their goals or from feeling good enough. And so when they're in my challenge group, I will text them something that means something to them, that I've seen that made me think of them, or, remind them of their goals and walking their daughter down the aisle, or the way they felt, a year ago when they gained 50 pounds and how they don't ever want to go back there. So really get personal. And again, you're leading with confidence, okay? When you guys do today's task, I want you to remember that it's not about selling a product, okay? It's about selling you. So, first of all, absolutely no websites, no links, no product. You don't even have to put, Pio or Insanity or Shakeology or Beachbody. You don't have to put any of that. The other thing is no challenge group. Like, I know that we all refer to it as challenge group, and I do too in the training because that's how Beachbody refers to it. But when I started, I kind of thought, what's a challenge group? Like, who wants to be in a challenge group, And I used it for a while when I was starting, and I had a friend of mine that's overweight, that doesn't work out all the time, but does want to be healthy. And she told me, she said, Erin, I see what you're doing, and I think it's really awesome that you're starting those groups to help people. She said, but someone like me would see your post and I would never reach out to you for help to be in a challenge group. She said, that's really intimidating to me. And I don't want to be in a challenge group with other people like that I'm compared to or that I'm in a challenge with. She's like, I'm already insecure and overweight enough. And that totally made sense to me. And I thought, when we're putting challenge group out there, people don't even know what we're talking about. And so when you think about um, putting something out there, trying to draw people into your group, think about what they're going to think. And I always try to think of who I'm trying to get this message to. You can't try to make it general for the whole population. You're trying to kind of brand that person. So for me, it's that mom. It's that, kind of depressed person that's searching for a purpose, or that can't go to the gym anymore, that lives for their kids, that is into, fashion and fitness and health and just wants to be the best version of them. Maybe they're a little lost in their life right now. So really think about the things that you've struggled with and the people that you're looking for, because we're all looking for different people. We're all going to connect with different people. So when I write a post, I try to make it connective. So what are some of the things you have thought about in your lowest times? Have you looked in your closet and just cried because you couldn't take out a pair of pants that you wanted to wear? Have you felt like that? Then touch on that. Have you been so insecure that you don't want to go to the lake with friends or go barbecue with friends because you don't want to be in a bathing suit? Touch on that. If you're too embarrassed to wear shorts in public, that's something that's relatable that other people think. So you want to try to get in their head and think about what other people feel and their hard times and what they're thinking. Okay, instead of saying something like, hey guys, I'm starting a challenge group July 26th. If you want to join me, it's going to be awesome. Let me know. Who is that going to reach? Who's going to read that and feel touched in their heart? Okay? And the other thing I want you to think of is that you're just starting, okay? You're a new coach. Maybe you've been a coach for a few months, or you really haven't taken on the business. You guys, you have to remember, don't expect floodgates to open and people just to blow up your messages with, help me, help me, help me. That's not going to happen. That's not realistic, and that's okay. It didn't happen like that for any of us. So keep that in mind and don't let it get you so distraught and want to give up because you got 2 likes or 2 comments or whatever. That's more likely going to happen, but what it is doing is putting yourself out there so people see what you're doing. And you have to earn kind of that right, that status. You have to let people see that you're in it for the long run, that you are serious about it, that you are confident, and that you are committed in it. So many coaches or people start and they, put something out there and then they're gone in a month. And then they're back. And then they're gone. And that roller coaster of inconsistency is the worst thing that you can do for yourself and for your business. So right now you're building for the future. So what you do right now is building for you a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road. It only gets better and starts to roll forward. But right now, you have to think, people want to see that they can trust you and that you're serious. Would you want to follow somebody that's like a roller coaster of consistency? Absolutely not. You would want to find the girl on Facebook that is consistent, that is inspiring, that you've seen do it for 6 months, that you've seen results come out from not only her, but other people. And remember, we all start from one person, okay? And then it takes their friends. And then, maybe you have 2. Then maybe you have 4. My first group had 1 person in it, and I added a few of my friends that I knew worked out, just so we had like 5 people. And I just did my best. I did things that weren't good. I did things that were good. And I learned from there. So my second one was better. And keep that in mind. The other thing is that you need to realize that it's hard for someone to reach out to you just out of the blue. And it will happen, you guys. And it's amazing. People that you don't even know. But at first, again, you're building that. You're earning that right, You're showing people how serious and letting them see your lifestyle and all that. But think of, being on the other side of it. It's going to take a lot for someone just to reach out to a stranger or even a friend, maybe even harder, and kind of spilling their beans and their guts about being depressed or a bad marriage or going through, gaining so much weight or losing their job or, all the stress that can cause you when your health is not good or when you're overweight, marriage problems, health problems, all these things. It takes a lot for a person to open up and share that with you. So, again, building that relationship, just letting people see your life through your social media is where that all comes around. So that's not gonna just come around because you signed up to be a Beachbody coach and now you're a Beachbody coach, so they're all going to come to you. You know, it takes you sharing your story, your flaws, and your positives and all that stuff for them eventually to reach out to you. And they will, but that's why it's so important for us to remember that we're literally sharing our heart. However, we can make someone's life better right now, that's what we want to do. So if our friends are asking for, a good movie to watch or a book to read or the best doctor in town, we want to help them in any way we can. We're not just trying to like sell them some product. That's not it. So when you start leading kind of with that and just filling up love banks, just filling people up, it's all going to come back to you. So instead of thinking it as like a salesy notion of you got to sell that challenge pack, just think like the more you love on someone and the more you kind of put yourself out there to help others, getting absolutely nothing back and expecting nothing back, listen, you are going to get paid in return for that. Have faith in that and believe that. Like, it's all going to come back around to you, and those people are going to remember you and think, wow, I remember when that girl I barely knew or my old friend from 5 years ago reached out to me to help me with this, finding a painter or finding a doctor or to encourage me about something that they saw on my Facebook. And that's how it all kind of comes around. So when you guys do today's task, I just want you to keep that in mind. And I always tell people and coaches, don't let your highs be too highs and your lows be too low. We all go through them. We all start. It's not going to, just happen overnight. It takes work. It takes work and consistency and time, and you will get there. So just start having fun with it. And I just want to give you guys a few ideas and a few things so you don't get discouraged. But have fun. I'm super excited to see your guys' posts. The other tip I have for you is don't be afraid to go to other top coaches that you should be following by now and scroll through their newsfeed and kind of see how they post things and how they advertise. Again, don't copy. It's not about copying, but definitely use and be inspired by what they're doing because what they're doing is working. All right, guys, I can't wait to see your stuff. Bye.